Hello YouTube and welcome to another part 0 video for our latest deity challenge. This time we're talking about one of the two Indian civs in the game. This is Chandragupta, who is an interesting hybrid of somebody who likes religion and frankly all of larger maps generally speaking, and has a very powerful unique unit slash warmonger ability. So beginning with the top here, can declare a war of territorial expansion after gaining the military training civic, +2 movement and 5 combat strengths for the first 10 turns of a war of territorial expansion. This is an incredibly powerful ability. This can lead you to some of the fastest domination victories you've ever seen. It's akin to Cyrus's domination ability, his surprise war mechanic. It's not quite the same, but it's similar, and it kind of serves the same purpose. At military training is pretty darn easy to get to. Top half of your culture tree very early on, and you can pair that well with our Varu. So you really have the option of dominating several, if not the entire map, several other civs, if not the entire map early on with this ability. Now, what is that doing for you outside of just a straight domination game? Well, it pairs well with Dharma, and Dharma is I give both the Indian civs a little bit of a hard time for having lower quality abilities or less power than maybe some of the other civs in the game, but it's not actually true. It's that they require a very specific play path to make work, and Dharma is the reason here. This is actually a fairly loaded ability, and you might not realize exactly what it can do, but receives the follower belief bonus in a city from each religion that has at least one follower. So let's start with that. The follower belief is the main religious belief that you select when founding a religion. So it's ostensibly the most powerful belief that you can get. This is work ethic, choral music, feed the world, etc., right? It's any of those. And you can get all of them, depending on how many religions are on your map, in the same city. And so what this wants you to do is create holy sites at the very, very least, right? Because feed the world, choral music, and even like work ethic or something like that can all of a sudden, like your holy sites are giving you extra culture, extra food and housing, and it winds up being an amazing first district for them to get, provided you have those beliefs available to you and provided you can get them into your cities, okay? We have a way here of getting them into our cities and some extra bonuses as well. Cities gain an amenity for every religion with at least one follower. Okay, so as long as you have one follower, you not only get like choral music and something else or whatever, as well as amenities. And so you can, one of the problems with holy sites is they limit you based on your progression of the game, because your district capped at certain populations. Well, this can give you amenities, it can pair well with Feed the World, and give you some really big, powerful cities. It's actually very fun to build that way with either of the Indian civs. All of these will apply to Gandhi as well. And so what you want to do with this, in addition to that, missionaries have 2 extra spreads and extra religious pressure from trade routes, right? So the ability to spread some religions. So what you want to do is target the opponent that founds a religion that you want, found our own religion, and then start pairing them together. Start pairing them together like cheese and wine, and you start to have a delicious recipe for Indian dominance in your game. Can be very, very fun to try to make all of those things work together. Maybe we actually go up a map size so we can have more religions on our map. Because again, like you do want many different religions in the game. We probably want to found our own, and in a typical religious game, you kind of want inquisitors and you want everybody away from your religion just so you can be, so you don't have to worry about it. This is a different, you're gonna have to be a little bit more, focused on how many followers are there and what your religion's doing and where it is and stuff like that. But if you bother to pay attention to all of that, you can actually have some very, very powerful benefits to your empire. In addition to that, Varu are pretty cool. This is a unique classic era heavy cavalry unit. Adjacent enemy units get -5 combat strength. This plus this means you can absolutely melt at least one opponent, if not many. And you can always continue on the warpath with Chandragupta, take over civs, and then continue to declare this type of war, continue to take over religions and spread them as you please. So some cool synergistic sort of things. It's weird to do military and faith stuff at the same time, but it's fun if you're up for the challenge, and we're certainly up for the challenge. The stepwell is a decent tile improvement. It's not necessarily one of the most powerful in the game, but again, it can help you with that housing stuff, get more citizens into your cities, get more religions into your cities, get more benefits into your cities. So the stepwell gives you food and housing, 1 faith if adjacent to a holy site, 1 food if adjacent to a farm, additional housing, faith, and food as you advance through the civic tree, prevents food loss during a drought, and cannot be built on hills or adjacent to another stepwell. So it's kind of like you kind of pepper them into your empire where needed, but cities will want at least 1 or 2 of these stepwells. It's a nice source of housing. The fact that this gives you a full housing is quite nice. It sort of pales compared to the terrace farm. Is kind of a comparison, and the terrace farm is just in a ridiculously powerful spot right now, which I'm very happy about. But so a really cool, fun civ. You're going to wind up doing different things in a game, and that's good. Variance and variety is good in our games. We're very, very happy to see that. And we'll see what we can do as far as trying to get as many religions into our cities as possible. We'll see exactly how much we can get out of things like choral music and feed the world and work ethic and all of that sort of stuff. So hope you enjoy the playthrough. Have fun with Chandragupta. He's a blast, and we'll see you in the next one.